Hey y'all, Shiji Twist P, you already know. So let me get right to it. Basically, the name of this is called American Pagans. And the reason why I name it American Pagans is because here in America, amongst the American people, there are tons of people that are just pagans. Whatever their belief system in Christianity, because that's what most of the Americans here lean towards or came from, they don't live by it. There's a lot of backsliding going on. There's a lot of drug using and all of that. And it's a very toxic, has a very toxic effect on anyone around them. They have toxic effects on each other as well as people that have nothing to do with their culture. And that's just how the American pagans work. You can have a black man that's claiming to be Muslim, but he eats pork. He sleeps with other men's women. He's causing for men to actually hurt their women. All of that is crazy out here. These people get away with it. Women aren't scared of those type of men. They actually love them. It's a danger. They try to pick and choose. And these women that do this, they are the front line women of the feminist movement out here. So like to a real true Muslim culture that don't let women lead in those type of senses, all of those rules here in America are defied and does not exist. It's not happening here. The rules that certain Muslim countries have will be considered domestic violence here in America. So just to let you know, the American pagan, which runs this American system mostly here within the nation of America, they're pagans. They are against everything you're for as a Muslim internationally or on the Middle East ends. It's disgusting here. I mean, and the women here are disgusting majority of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are disgusting, and they have a lot of power. They hide their true self. Like, these women are dogs. You see the word bitch is used in the American culture a lot. And the reason why in American culture, we know that if you have a pack of dogs, the reason why the female is worthy of being called a bitch is because she's going to be sleeping with the dog that is the most nicest as well as the alpha male. And if the alpha male is not the most nicest and the alpha male, she's going to be with more than one dog. And it could be a lineage. Any dog that's more dominant than the main dog she likes, that she allows to be in her, it's an animal, uncivil world when it comes to that. In American culture, amongst human beings, they live the same way. This is why some American women are called bitches, and some of them are okay with being called a bitch. They want that reality. This is a part of the feminist movement. Okay, but they don't want to be called bitches by men. They call each other bitch. So this is the front line of the American pagan. Then you have the homosexual thing going on, and I'm talking to you Muslims abroad the world that follow your scriptures strongly. Now think about this. Some Muslim cultures, if a wife has an affair and commits adultery, in certain Muslim cultures, it's punishable by death. Right? Here in America, in all actuality, realizing that your wife is cheating on you, your whole life could be taken from you. And guess what? You don't have to be a bad husband here in America, but marrying a woman and having kids with her, first and foremost, 50% of everything that you make could be taken from you upon a divorce, and you'll be paying 17% for 20 years, or I should say until your child is 20 years old, sometimes 18. This is so that they can financially support the pagan American way. The pagan Americans run this. Our politicians, a lot of them are pagan Americans, and they are beyond. They don't even care about the pagan American citizen. They just want to speak to sell the idea of getting the votes to control the pagan American way. The stronghold we have is definitely have a demonic influence. because of the pagan Americans and their stronghold on the influence in society. I already know that there will be no fast ending on my days in life, that the pagan way and the pagan Americans are going to be gone. So I'm going to be the type of person that lives alone. And guess what? I guess this is what the Most High God in heaven, Allah, has set for me, because the only thing he could do for me. He couldn't create a woman that could be my partner and be faithful to me and have my kids and bear my children and I take care of them the way a father's supposed to be. Instead, I have to be micromanaged by the influence of the pagan American system. Being a citizen of America, it has its ups, but the worst is the factor that you realize when you become an adult that the strongest entity in the country, in the United States of America, is the pagan American way. You have pagan Christians, you have pagan Muslims, you have pagan Catholics, you have pagan Jews. The pagans are people that are actually not religious, but they're into so much things, but they would use religion to save themselves. They will use this religious ideas that they feel you believe in, that is a stronghold in the community, so that they could continue their pagan ways. Jesus died for your sins. Jesus died so that that guy, your neighbor, could sleep with your wife. This is how it works. Molest your kids. Traumatize them. Make music that you're specifically making it so the kids can like it, but it's for adults. This is the pagan American way. This is what their stronghold is. Getting the money from you through child support. Getting the money from you through music that's for adults that sound like it's for kids. You know, allowing for child predators to make their own logo sign that's specifically there for the victims that were okay with what happened to them to exercise their Stockholm syndrome. This is the pagan American way. Pagan America is the strongest in the stronghold. You can't blame Trump. It's been there. It's been the people hiding away and saying and realizing that, hey, the pagan American government officials don't care what we do. Just don't get caught if it's in the policies and the penal laws. This is why we have the Pizzagate and the drug game and the prostitution game and, just the killing game, hitmen and people kill people and people hurting people and poisoning people and raping off people and, and doing bank scams and counterfeit money. And this country is all about that. So when you go up against this country of America, this pagan country, you're going up against the beast. I'm not happy here. You want to know why? Because I believe in God in a spiritual light, not a religious, but a spiritual light. And because of it, I suffer. Jesus ain't go through what I went through when it come to being ridiculed. Like Jesus, it was short and sweet. I didn't like him for a little bit of time, and then they caught him and they killed him. Me, I've been living it all my life. I've been living it with the sickle cell, and I'm not wanting to bring the cure in and then make even worse and trying to have family and then drug dealer this and want to sleep with my baby mother and she playing with the idea. And this pagan America has been the stronghold. Pagan America has been right against even my right of living clean. Their pagan way was cleaner to the light and the law of the American pagan government. That's why I lost, but I really won. I won in spirit still. And now I'm working on having heaven on earth without stepping on any toes or hurting anybody or living in the pagan American way. Watch me. Bless all who understand what I'm saying. And damn the pagan Americans and the pagan people all across the world.